Things can change in an instant. Today I'm going to share with you the day that will change your business and life forever. I think we can all agree that if I made a few wrong decisions right now and today, they would absolutely change the direction of my life in a negative way going forward. But on the other side of that, can we all agree that I can make specific decisions in a positive way that can change the direction of my life forever in a positive direction? That's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to talk to you about the process of finding and having that day that will ultimately change your business and life forever. There's just a couple of things here. Look, it's not easy to do this, but when you know the process, it can be simple. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk with an acronym of SIMPLE about exactly what the strategy is, what the tactical steps you need to take to have that day that's going to change it forever. Now I'm going to get really specific on some tactical and strategic things you can do, but I want to start with the mindset because something has to happen to trigger this. And I've always found that it's one of two things. So I'm going to start in my acronym using the word SIMPLE to basically break this down with the first two days that kind of the things that trigger this. So let me start with the S. The S stands for sick and tired of being sick and tired. Maybe you're at a place where you're just disgusted with everything that you're dealing with, where you are in life. You thought you'd be further, and you're just at a point where you know you have to do some different things to try to get some different results. Well, that's what we're going to talk about today is that specific day. What do you do with that? What do you do with that emotion that can be negative but can turn into something that you can do positive? What you want to do is you want to frame the pain of where you are today and understand that that pain of staying where you are is more painful than doing the things that maybe you've been afraid or not willing to do in the past. Making those phone calls, going out and knocking on doors, maybe it's shooting video, whatever it is, you got to get sick and tired of where you are and begin to frame yourself from a place that I'm going to go through the pain or the difficulty or the things that I've been putting off, and I'm going to step into everything that I'm supposed to be. The I then stands for you get inspired. Maybe you get inspired by seeing someone else or you get around something that really drives this. And then we're going to get really specific on some steps here in just a second, but I want you to understand this mindset. Either you're going to be motivated by something where it's just negative and you just can't stand to stay where you are, or you're going to get inspired by something that's going to push you to become everything that you were created to be and everything that you know. As we have these 2 days where this comes to this point, and hopefully you're watching this and one of those two things is happening right now. Now we're going to get into the M, which really stands for create a movement. Get involved with a movement. Get excited about some things. So a couple of things there. I'm going to speak specifically to you as an agent, but I'm going to speak to where I'm at as someone who leads agents. And maybe this is for broker managers. Then I'm going to speak to the agents. If you're a broker and you're a manager or you're someone who's trying to attract talent to your company, what is the movement that you're creating? I can just tell you, for me, I want to be around people and I want to change the real estate industry. This is why I shoot all these videos. This is why I do all those Inman articles. This is why I have all of these different mastermind groups and I travel to speak and do these things. It's because I've been in this business for 30 years and there's some things that I'm sick and tired of in this business that I'm going to create a movement that's going to make this business better. So what does that do? In the local market, it gives me the ability to attract agents that are looking to do things differently. It attracts agents that want to maybe take and move their business to another level. They want to get involved in the movement that I'm a part of. If you're an agent, what does that look like in your business? What's the movement that you create? Well, maybe you're at a place where you want to do business differently. Maybe, and a lot of people get into the business because they had a bad experience with a bad agent, and it drives them to give service in a way that they wish they would have received. Whatever that is for you. But really it breaks down, if you're really specifically doing this as an agent, I'm going to give you 3 different areas, and as a manager as well. So I want to break this down really using 3 C's, and this is whether you're an agent, whether you're a broker manager, whether you're somebody that's trying to attract agents to your company, whatever that is. The first one is this: create community. Create an environment where people want to be a part of something. They feel like they're a part of something bigger. Now, if you're an agent, this could be having client appreciation parties. This could be creating after-hour events where you're inviting people that maybe are a part of they've done business with you. And that leads to that second C is you want to be the connector. You want to be the person that connects your clients with other clients. You want to be the person who connects local businesses with the people that are following you on social media. This is where you could highlight businesses. You're connecting with those business owners, but you're also giving them the ability to connect with the rest of the people. You become the resource for your local community. And then last but not least, the last C is you want to captivate your ideal client. Listen, if you're an agent, Who is your ideal client? If it's a first-time home buyer, how do you captivate them? You provide content, you provide ideas, you give them information they don't necessarily have. You educate them, you get them excited about the process. Talk to them. I'm gonna use this as a first-time home buyer, someone that can get excited about owning a home versus renting. If you're an investor, get excited and give them information about properties on a weekly basis. Maybe it's your deal of the week that they may not have heard of otherwise. Talk to them about off-market opportunities, whatever it is. Captivate your audience. If you're a broker manager, you're someone like me who's attracting agents, what do you do in that situation? Provide them with the information they need. I'm doing it through video. This is the reason why we've been able to grow and we've been able to attract specific types of agents is that we give the information freely that we know, me as a former agent, that I wish that people would have told me about when I was an agent. Find out what it is that you can do to provide information and captivate that ideal client, and I promise you're going to create a movement. So we've got through the S, the I, and the M. Now we're to the P. And in reality, if you're going to change your life forever and you're going to change your business forever, the P is going to be twofold. It's going to be people and it's going to be purpose. Now let me speak to the purpose portion first. I can just tell you right now, when you decide to make a change in your life and in your business, there is going to be friction. There's going to be difficulty. There are going to be obstacles. It's almost like this business says, oh, you're serious about this? Let me throw this at you. Let me let your friend list with another agent. Let me have that contract that you really need to close fall apart at the last minute. So what is it that we can do to push past all of that pain, so to speak, and those difficulties is we find what it is that we're doing this for with purpose. So there have been different times in my life. When my kids were younger, it was that I wanted to provide a life for my kids that was different than what I was seeing other people be able to provide for their kids. At my age now, I'm wanting to provide security for my wife. I'm wanting to create a legacy that my children can be proud of now after being in this business for 30 years, where that if someone asked them if I am their father, that they are excited to say, yes, he is. And that's the legacy. That's the purpose I'm doing, so that when I hit those things, I know this is bigger than me. So what is it that you can do to create and find that thing that pushes you past the pain and that is the purpose that you're working on that's going to help you move everything forward? And then the other part of the P is people. Look, you can't build something. Deion Sanders said it this way. He said, if your dream is only big enough that it involves you, it's not big enough. You have to find a place where you're involving other people. Who are the people that are going to help you build something that you want to build? There's another quote that says, if you want to go fast, do it alone. But if you want to go far, do it with other people. So who are the people that you need to surround yourself with? If you're an agent, do you need a buyer's agent? Do you need a transaction coordinator? Do you need someone to help you with social media? Do you need other agents to be able to share ideas with in a mastermind group? What is it and what are those people? If you're a broker manager, who are the people that you can help inspire that become a part of your movement that helps you grow your company and the opportunity for you to serve the people and the buyers and sellers in a higher and a better way? You see, when we find our purpose and we get something that is bigger than ourselves and it pushes us past the pain, and we surround ourselves with people that are going to inspire us, that are doing the things that we want to do, or that will help us move in the direction where we're serving at our highest level, everything else is going to begin to take care of itself. The L stands for learn. What is it that you need to learn so that, again, you can be that ideal person, that resource for your highest and best use to your clients and the people that you're put here to serve? Now, a couple of things and layers on this. The one thing is that you need to learn is learn about your market. Know your market inside and out. Learn how to negotiate better than ever because you can represent your clients better. But also, how do you attract those ideal clients for you? And you don't have to recreate the wheel here. Learn what it is that other agents are doing in other markets and bring that into your market. I'm going to give you some specific examples here. If you're wanting to grow your social media and at a point where you can give more to the community out there, find out what it is that agents are doing in other markets that is attracting their ideal clients. Look, I'll promise you, if you go find another agent that is similar to you, has the business similar to you in another market, and you simply go to their Instagram grid, and you go to that grid and you click on the Reels button, and you look down through their grid of those Reels, and you find those Reels that are operating at a 5 times the average of what they're doing, watch that Reel. What is it they're discussing? What are they talking about? What's the value they're bringing? Is it personal or is it about their business? Model those things that they're doing in your local market and it'll kill there as well. If you're doing YouTube videos, go onto a channel for another agent in another market, pull up the videos and the last videos they've done and look at it and see what are the videos in the last few months, last 10 videos they've done that outperform the ones that they had put on it otherwise. If you model that, so sometimes you may see somebody that says moving from or 7 things to know before moving to. When you find that title that is performing well for them, I promise if you do it in your local market, it's going to perform well for you as well. Become a learner. Listen, learners become earners. What is it that you need to learn right now to get to a place where your income begins to reflect the amount of learning you're doing and the way that you're serving? Last but not least is the E, and let me just say this. The E stands for execution. Now, you can have all the inspiration you want. You can get sick and tired all you want. You can learn everything you want, but until you put it into practice and you actually go out and you serve at a higher level and you serve more, you can't expect results to happen. So what is it that you can do? This is the part where I'm just going to be honest with you. There has to be a season where you work your face off. You absolutely get out there and do more than you've ever done before. And when you do that, what it does is it doesn't just start momentum for you. What it does is it builds confidence. Listen, when I know that I'm walking into a listing appointment and I've studied my market better than anybody else, I got a confidence that this person that I'm sitting across from better list with me or they're going to be losing out from having the opportunity to have the best agent in my market. When I'm walking into a buyer's place and I've just finished a negotiation class and I know that I can negotiate for them at a higher level than anybody else, I go in with a confidence that if I don't get this business, these folks are not going to be served at the highest level possible. You have to begin to execute on a higher level. If you've been doing a certain thing, maybe it's that you need to do more of that. Maybe you need to see if it's even effective in your business and start doing something differently. Either way, start taking action. Let me tell you what works right now. Work. The people that are working are getting results. Execute at the highest level you've ever executed at, and I promise you the results are right around the corner. The business, the life that you want and you deserve is right on the other side of making a decision and having that one day when everything changes. Look, whatever that is, if this video has inspired you, please leave a comment down below. Let me know. Make sure you follow the channel and also write down somewhere on your calendar, in your phone, that this was the day that things began to change. Start acting on that and I promise you're going to see your life and your business like you've never seen it before. Take care and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. I specifically chose the video below for you because it builds on the one you just watched. I hope it's helpful and I'll talk to you soon.